Hey guys, welcome back to the DAHKTUBE, and today we will be doing rounding numbers. So before we can start rounding numbers, there are some general rules that we need to know. The first rule is if the number you are rounding is followed by 5, 6, 7, 8, or 9, you round up. If the number you are rounding is followed by 0, 1, 2, 3, or 4, you round down. So we need to know what the placement chart is for numbers. So this is the decimal point, decimal. This is tenth, hundredth, thousandth, and it continues. This is ones, tens, hundreds, thousands, and it continues. So let's say we have a number 5732483. The number 3 here is in the thousandth position, 8 is in the hundredth position, 4 is in the tenth decimal point, 2 is in the ones position, 3 is in the tens position, 7 in the hundreds, and 5 in the thousands. So you have to have that mental picture of this diagram in your head to know what value you're rounding. So let's try an example. Let's consider the number 4827, and we want to round it first to the nearest 10. The first thing you do, you look for the number that is in the tens position, which is the 2 here. You then look to the immediate right and you circle that number here. If that number is 5 or 6 or 7 or 8 or 9, you add 1 to the number that is underlined. So the answer is now 483, and any number that comes after that is a 0. That's correct. Let's try the same example, but we are going to round it to the nearest 100. 4827. So we look for the number in the 100th position, which is the 8. We underline it. The number immediately to the right, we circle it. We realize that it is less than 5, so we round down. We do not add a 1 to the number before. So the answer now becomes 4, 8, and every number after the position you're changing becomes a 0. That's correct. Let's try with rounding the same number to the 1000. So we look for the number in the 1000 position, which is the 4. We look immediately to the right and we circle it. We realize that 8 is greater than 5, which means we add a 1 to the number underlined. So this answer now becomes 5, and every number after this becomes 0. This is rounded to the nearest 1000. So a general rule to remember, all numbers to the right of the place you are rounding becomes 0. So these are some questions. 34, 437. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 2. You can try rounding these to the nearest 10. These to the nearest 100. 3, 7, 6, 4, 7, 3, 2, 5, 1, 4, 2. And these you can try to the thousands. 3, 7, 6, 2, 473202180. You can pause the video here and try the questions and then check back for the answers. So the answers for the tens is 30. For the hundreds, for the thousands, so this works exactly the same way as you would round all numbers. The only difference is instead of rounding tens, hundreds, thousands, and so on, you're going to be rounding tens, hundreds, and thousands. So for example, let's say we have 7.8199. You look for the, and we're going to round this to the nearest tenth. You look for the number in the tenth position, which is the 8 here. You underline it, you look immediately to the right, and you circle the number. 1 is less than 5, so that means we do not round up, we round down. So the answer for this is 7.8. You don't need to add any zeros afterwards. Let's try another example. Let's say we have 1.0621, and we're rounding this to hundredths. We look for the number in the hundredth position, which is the 6. We circle the number immediately to the right. We realize that it is less than 5, so we round down. So the answer is 1.06. Let's try another one. Let's say we had 3.8792. And we're rounding this to thousands. We look for the number in the thousandth position. We circle the number immediately to the right. We realize that it is also less than 5, so we are rounding down. So the answer is 3.879. To avoid getting confused, what you can do when you're rounding long decimals is to look only at the number in the place you are rounding to and the number that follows. So let's try a long decimal. Let's say we have 5.3824791401, and we want to round it to the nearest hundredth. We look for the number in the hundredth position, which is the 8. We look to the number immediately to the right, circle it, we realize that it is less than 5, so we are rounding down. So the answer is 5.38. And that's it. So let's get some questions. So let's say tenths. 1, 0.4382, 56.3692, 1.89. Hundredth. 0.433, 0 So you can pause the video here and try the questions, and I'll place the answers afterwards. So the answers: 0.4, 56.4, 1.9. 0.43, 29.38, 'So thank you guys for watching, and I hope you learned something. See you guys next time.